So, favorite DFS play at center. Who are you going with, Jeff?
I'm going to go with Sidney Crosby here. I mean, obviously we got a ton of big names on this slate, but I mean, I just like the way that the Penguins top line has been playing of late. Crosby's been a lot more aggressive, just looking like a better player since coming back from injury. Even in the last game, in like a defensive battle against the Flames, picked up an assist for people. So you look at Edmonton, you know, they allow a ton of shots on goal, still a little bit shaky in net. And I think the biggest thing with Crosby is, I mean, he's just more cost effective. I mean, you can fit in that Penguins top line a lot easier by paying down at center. Also like Trevor Zegras at 4,200 tonight. Ryan Getzlaf probably going to be out. So just a player who's got 14 shots on goal over his last 2 games. Very, very productive for the price there too.
All right, Paul, your pick for your favorite DFS play at center.
I love the call on Zegras. I won't duplicate that. And I'm also considering the fading of several of the top options at the middle of the ice. Look at the names: McDavid, Draisaitl, Crosby, Matthews, and McKinnon, but a lot of them are playing against each other. So with that said, I land on Mika Zibanejad of the Rangers for $6,800 in his favorable matchup against the Flyers, who are winless in their last 6 games, and they've given up 25 goals in that stretch. Meanwhile, Zibanejad's had 8 points and 23 shots on goal in that same 10-game stretch. He'll cost me $6,800. In truth, I will probably pay up for one of the other big boys to pair with the Rangers top center. I just got to see how I spend my money elsewhere.
Yeah, Zibanejad, 6,800. Who are you going to be going with, AJ?
Well, I'm loving this show already. You've got Jeff pumping the Penguins for me. Paul's trashing the Flyers. Like, this is the greatest show we've ever done, guys.
We're happy for you.
For me, look, there aren't a lot of times when you tout a player from Detroit this season, but I think tonight's a good opportunity to use a guy like Dylan Larkin, who's just 6,200, so he's not as pricey as the top of the bracket here. The Kraken continue to struggle. They won't have Chris Driedger as an option now that he's on IR, and that means they have to go back to Philip Grubauer, who has just 1 win in his last 8 appearances while allowing 3.1 goals per game. Seattle also could be without Jordan Eberle. So all of that to say, I think this is a good opportunity to maybe look at some of the guys from Detroit with Larkin. He was on a 7-game point streak until last night. I expect him to pick right up where he left off.